Good evening, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. This is Mellissa Thomas of Florida National News with your evening news rundown for your Saturday, May 23rd, 2020. As always, we'd like to give you the latest COVID-19 reports in terms of confirmed cases and confirmed deaths globally here in the United States and in the state of Florida. So, according to the World Health Organization, globally, we are at over 5.1 million confirmed cases and over 333,000 confirmed deaths. Here in the United States, according to the CDC, we're looking at close to 1.6 million confirmed cases and over 96,000 confirmed deaths. Again, this is the CDC. We heard, the Johns Hopkins numbers passing the 100,000 mark in terms of deaths, which is why the flags are at half staff here in the U.S. over the weekend. According to Florida Department of Health, their dashboard, we are at over 50,000 confirmed cases in the state and over 2,200 confirmed deaths. Jumping over to your world story, Brazil is now number 2 in the world for confirmed COVID-19 cases. They have now officially passed Russia. Right now, as of Friday, Brazil was looking at approaching 331,000 confirmed cases, surpassing Russia's 326,000 cases. So as of right now, the Sao Paulo mayor has given the city a 5-day holiday as a way to slow the spread, given the fact that the nation does not have an official lockdown. The nation of Brazil does not have an official lockdown. President Bolsonaro has decided that he does not feel that that's necessary because that would actually hamper the nation's economy. So he is not in agreement with that. However, public officials, again, have expressed their concerns that the sharp spike in cases will overwhelm their healthcare system. But we'll continue to keep you guys updated where that is concerned. Jumping over to the US, President Trump has declared houses of worship essential, effective immediately. This announcement came yesterday after he has received CDC guidelines for how houses of worship can reopen safely. And according to the CDC, for houses of worship to be able to reopen, masks are required for all who attend. Singing has to be limited, given the fact that COVID-19 does spread via droplet, and everyone has to be at least 6 feet apart who is attending the houses of worship. And this is something that is across the board, according to the president, even in states that have not reopened yet, even states that are still locked down. He is requiring this for all states to be reopened effective immediately. And he said he will override the governors who choose not to comply. We'll see how that unfolds. Now, jumping down here to Florida, speaking of reopening, Governor Ron DeSantis has decided that summer camps and youth activities are reopened effective immediately. He signed the executive order yesterday as well to make that announcement effective immediately. Now, this comes on the heels of the announcement of the 2 confirmed cases of MIS-C, the multi-inflammatory illness that has been targeting children that is related to COVID-19. And when he was asked about this, he said it's something that the parents do have to consider. However, he's leaving that choice up to the parents, how they want to schedule their family summer, how they would like to plan their children's activities. So this leads us to our audience question. Let us know your thoughts on this reopening. Like, do you think it's safe for summer camps and youth activities to be reopened at the moment, especially given those risks? Not to mention, not even counting the MIS-C, but your thoughts on the possibility of a second spike in COVID-19 cases here in the state. Like, is that something that you feel is a good idea? Let us know in the comments below. And if you leave a comment during the commercial break, we'll be glad to actually share your feedback with our viewing audience so that, we can know how you guys feel and get that conversation going. Now, we're going to cut to that commercial break, but leave a comment below. We'd love to hear from you. We'll be right back.
At Duke Energy, we deliver electricity and so much more, like free home energy assessments, rebates for energy-saving improvements, payment options to help you better manage your budget, and even bill credits for helping the community use less energy. So no matter what you're doing, we can help you make better energy choices every day. It's just another way we bring power to your life. How much can you save?
Welcome back, guys. Thank you for tuning into the Evening News Rundown. Now to your business story for the day. Hertz has chosen to file bankruptcy. The company made the announcement last night, on Friday night. Much like JCPenney, they have chosen to restructure their debts as a result of the huge losses that this company has suffered as as ascribed to COVID-19 as a result of the sharp reduction in travel due to the quarantine, the nationwide quarantine. Now, this is a company that's been around since 1918. They've survived the Great Depression. They've survived World War II. However, they hit a bit of a massive struggle here with the COVID-19 pandemic, since travel did so dramatically slow down. Now, they plan to still remain in business, much like JCPenney is planning to do. But as they continue to restructure their debt, they want to make sure to streamline things so that they can better serve their customers. Now, this is the third high-profile company to be doing this, obviously JCPenney, but also Neiman Marcus did that earlier in the year due to losses from COVID-19 as well. Now, jumping over to sports, you heard both myself and Casey mention updates with the NCAA, and recently they announced that football and basketball was cleared to start their voluntary activities on June 1st. Now they've opened it to all sports for June 1st for voluntary activities. Now the SEC is going to do something similar in terms of voluntary activities for football, specifically on June 8th. So those two, very important for those of you who are big on college sports. Now, with regards to mandatory in-person activities, the soonest that the NCAA can do that is July 1st. So, continue to stay tuned right here at Florida National News, particularly to our lovely Casey Hudson when she does her FNN Sports Take and provides more thorough updates for you on that. Now, before we give you the entertainment story for the day, we're going to take one more quick commercial break. We'll be right back.
We wanted to move back home to be closer to his family. We decided to go with pods because things were stressful enough.
We weren't sure how long we were going to need storage for, so we needed something that was flexible, and then they can deliver the container to wherever we move to.
We haven't found the perfect house yet, but we're still looking.
Welcome back, guys. Thanks for sticking with us for the entertainment story today as we wrap up. Tyler Perry is looking to be the first to reopen his production studio in the nation as the nation continues to reopen. As of right now, the production studios out in California, LA County, that county is still locked down, so filmmakers cannot do their productions there. Georgia, however, as you know, is fully reopened, doing their phased reopenings. And so the Georgia production studios, they're all considering reopenings. Tyler Perry is looking to reopen his studio in July. And another studio owner or studio president, Frank Patterson, who's the president of Pinewood Studios, he's looking to reopen the studio there as well. He'll be doing that after continued discussions with public health officials, with other production studio owners, as well as the unions in the area. And he said it makes sense that the Georgia studios would consider reopening as soon as possible because they have no one to answer to out in Hollywood. There is no production head or production studio that they need to talk to make that decision. So that's in the works right now in the state of Georgia, and all eyes are on Georgia, given the filmmaking incentives and given the fact that they are an open state to be able to shoot in. So we'll continue to keep you guys posted there as well. That does it here for us at the Evening News Rundown. If you haven't already, be sure to like us on Facebook. We're at Florida National News, at FNN News TV, and at FNN News Live. And be sure to subscribe on YouTube. You can find us there at Florida National News. And be sure to click the little bell icon to receive all notifications, not just for the Evening News Rundown, but for all of our shows, including the FNN Sports Take, which will return on Monday. But thank you guys for tuning in. I'll be back here tomorrow evening with your Evening News Rundown there as well. Hope you have a great rest of your Saturday. Take care.